Coach, just kind of instant reactions, obviously a tough one. You guys play your heart out and just come up a little bit short.
Our guys put it all out there. We came in here ready to attack, ready to win a game, had a vision, had a plan. For the most part, lived out that plan, shot ourselves maybe in the foot one too many times. Give credit to them. They've done it all season, and that's why they're number 4 team in the country. They won that one moment that we didn't. And just like I'm going to make it about this one game, there's just a couple moments that, we gave them something. I thought we slowed down a really good offense. Defense was flying around. Offense made some timely plays, and it just didn't go our way, So give credit to them.
Could just kind of hear the emotion in your voice. What would you kind of say to the guys after the game? We know you get pretty emotional with the players sometimes.
I just think it's, I don't want to make it about the season because there'll be a time and a place for that. But, we didn't get what we want. Sometimes in life you don't get what you want. And, just making it about this one game, even there we had a lot of opportunities to go out there and win a game and just didn't quite get it done. I'm really appreciative of these seniors, what they've given our program, what they've given me. It's obviously got to be fuel for the young guys. Got to remember this feeling, and their leadership starts now. So, a tough result against a really good team.
Greg, you mentioned a couple moments kind of got away from you. Just if you could kind of expand on that.
Obviously the false starts. The one big play in the second quarter was a miscommunication, I think, between Jamori and Jaden. And, at the end of the game, it didn't look like a personal foul to me. And I got to see what the tape says. So I'm going to reserve right. I think Matt's probably the best white hat in the league, but I think it's a BS call at the wrong time. I do, and I got to see it. So in live and in color, I don't quite know if it warranted that, but I got to see what it says.
You kind of shared a moment with Cam and getting guys like that after the field. Just kind of wondering what those kind of moments are like for you.
Yeah, man. I know that stuff's personal, but when you invest in people, you just want it so bad for them. Not for you, but for them and for their work and what they've done. And like I said, what they've given our program, I think they've carved a future, and I'm disappointed for them that we couldn't deliver for them. Not just this game, but, as a whole. Right? This shouldn't be our last game. So just told them I love them. I'm here for them whenever they're needed, and I'm proud of them.
News recently that the Apple Cup isn't continuing at least for a few more years. Can you speak to the nature of this game and if you think it's appropriate for it to continue with them in the same conference?
It's going to be different being on a conference game. I think we all know that. I talked about all week how it's bittersweet, playing it in September, not being the last game of the season. It's a 40-minute flight over here. Did you see that stadium tonight? See the passion of it? I've said it for the last 5 months. It's a shame that we just washed all that out, right? But I do think the game should continue. It's for the 115th playing. But will it ever be the same? We'll see. But I know it means something to everybody. Everybody. And I had an opportunity to get it tonight.
Obviously, UW has one of the top passing games in the whole country, and you guys shut them down for large portions of this game. Can you talk about the kind of the defensive plan you had, and I guess how do you think it worked?
I think for the most part, there's going to be a lot of positives that come out of it. Like last year, we knew there's going to be 15 to 18 times they're going to go down the field plus 25 yards, and we had to win probably 75% of those to really stay in the game. So I'd have to look back to see that, but I thought we did a really good job. We had some hands-on bowls. We made some picks, kept it in front of us, didn't panic on a 10-yard out route. Right? Don't panic, because I think design-wise they do as good of a job in the country of designing plays and shots to get to the playmakers, right? And if you can rattle, 9 a little bit, you got a shot. I think we got him off his spot a couple times, and then accuracy goes down, but once again, they made the plays when they needed to, and that's kind of been the story of their season.
Jake, what was your favorite part of the season?
It's hard to do big picture stuff right now. I get to see the fight of the team, even though it was hard, even though it was a terrible win streak in there, even though we felt like at times we didn't play the way we're capable of playing. I just thought the resolve of the team, staying the course and having energy was always there. And that just speaks to the men and the character and how much they love each other and love ball.
AJ?
Jake, is there merit to you guys keeping this close, or is it a lost cause?
Yeah, there's no solace in losing. It isn't. Those guys know that. And that's why the locker room's a hard place right now, because we left it all out there and we had a opportunity. I don't take losing as a positive thing.
Julian?
Jake, what is it meant to lead this group, this program? Obviously, the ebbs and flows of the season, up and downs of the season, but everything off the field since pretty much training camp that you guys have been kind of dealing with.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting time for the program. So what is it meant to you?
I mean, it was 2 years ago I sat in this seat, right, after a huge win and got an opportunity to lead a program that I'm still really honored to lead. And we've been through a lot of things in 4 years. We're still just beginning. I keep saying that. And that's why I said that the young guys' leadership starts now, because there's a lot of things going on that I don't want to get into, like outside noise and all kinds of things. So we have the opportunity to bring back 90% of our offense. Right, we got an opportunity to bring back a lot of guys on defense and be really successful and build something. Right, so that's what we're trying to do, building, and proud to lead the program, proud to be here at Washington State, represent Cougs everywhere, and I know they're proud of us, and, just tough one. This is a tough one.
Coach, when you got the ball back with about 5 minutes left, did it feel like you were going to go down and win that game?
Yeah, it reminded me just of Cal. I never believed we weren't going to win the game. I never stopped believing that. Like, I don't. I trust our team and our offense, and just kind of got ourselves behind the sticks there because it was a moment when we had to be aggressive. And, I even take responsibility. The yard line was 30 for Dean. I put him out there when it was a 32. I got to stay aggressive there. That's on me. That's not on Dean. Right? So there's those moments, too, as a head coach that I got to be better, and that was an exact one right there.
Time for a few more. Jamie?
Coach, talk about Jamori a little bit. It seemed like he played just out of his mind. I mean, he's going up against maybe the best receiver in the country, and he had a couple big pass breakups, and it seemed to, for the most, with the exception of the one kind of miscommunication, kind of kept him in check to a degree.
Yeah, I think Jamori is just the story of what we talk about all the time. Like, you got to stay the course. You might not get what you want early, but what are you bringing every day, and when are you going to be ready when you get that opportunity? And we felt like he gave us the best shot to be the second corner on deep balls. He just played it the best. So he ended up getting a lot of the run today. And like I said, that's nothing against Steve, because Steve's going to bounce back and he's doing great things here. Right? But he just gave us an opportunity and has hands on one late that he'd probably love to catch.
Gianna?
You talked about the passion of these fans earlier and just how hostile of environment it was. But regardless, I mean, this team really fought. How would you describe the heart that they played with tonight?
Yeah, I will say this. I feel like we've, besides maybe one fourth quarter of this season, we played with heart and passion. Like, so I knew it would show up. I knew it was going to be something that we could hang our hat on. You knew coming into this game, you didn't have to motivate them because they understood the moment of what it was, and they were ready to go, hang it and leave it all out there. And I thought that's what we did. I don't, like I said, it's hard to look back at a tight football game. Those margins are so thin. But our guys played with heart and energy, and I feel like you could feel that.
Any final questions for Coach?
Can you talk a little bit about Cameron Ward, what he did tonight? I think passed for over 300 yards, and it looked like he outplayed Heisman contenders for a lot of the game. What were your thoughts on that?
Cam gives us a shot every chance he catches the ball, right? Every time he's at quarterback, we got a shot to make a play, and, we got to protect him better. I think there's no secret around that. Got to stay ahead of the chains, but I thought he was playmaking. He was sharp. He was on time. He delivered some good deep balls. He made some necessary plays when we needed it. got us into some good runs. I thought the second half running the ball obviously gave us an opportunity to be successful, and he's been great all season. And I don't think people talk enough about Cam and his future and like what he's capable of doing. This dude is a high-level NFL quarterback, right? And there's a lot of things he can still get better. He's still 21 years old. So I just proud of him. He's an ultimate competitor. He's not satisfied with the results of what he feels he can do better as we've gone throughout the season. He's always owned that. And, you know, like I said, he's always given us a chance to win. And that's all I can ask for out of that position.
How much do you think he was able to kind of play like himself? I mean, taking 5 sacks today with some pressure. How much do you feel like he was able to be himself tonight?
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to sit in the pocket there a little bit, but you know, that's one of the strengths of, you know, Washington's defense. I mean, they have good edge rushers, and, you know, like I said, we got to find ways to do some max protection, just get them some time and some different looks and that type of stuff. But I thought there were times, and even when they didn't get home the push, you know, he wasn't able to just deliver a ball on time to some open receivers that I thought our receivers did a good job of getting open and making some plays. You know, so I thought it was some good, some bad.
Final question, Jamie?
You know, obviously you guys take this loss and you have to kind of, you know, find the 24-hour rule I know we've talked about before. Where do things go Monday? Where do you kind of start? Is it all just focus on roster retention and so on?
And when you don't get what you want, I don't know if there's ever any 24-hour rule on this one. Like, we got to take this one all the way into the offseason. Remember this feeling of, you know, falling short. You know, I think the big picture stuff does start on Monday. Roster retention is number one because I know what the future can be. I know what it can be, right? But the problem is, right, there's a lot of things in college football that, you know, don't sit well with me, and those things are working behind the scenes already. So we're going to work hard to do everything we can to keep this group together because I see a clear vision of what we can be. I do. And I think that future can be really bright, and, you know, we'll address a lot more of those things next week.